Hello guys, on today's tutorial we'll be learning how to set up production and staging environments dynamically with Webflow, Wized and Xano in a couple of minutes. So first of all, in Webflow you have normally two domains, the staging one and production. It's super easy to publish something to one of them or both. Obviously make sure that you test all of the updates that you do first in the staging domain and then publish to production once you have confirmed that those are working properly. And now how do you work with dynamic flow here in Xano and Wiz? So first of all, in Xano, there's two important headers that you need to set up. One of them to every single API endpoint that you work with, data source and X branch. So you need to set this up on every single request that you do from Wiz to Xano or any other tool if you want a dynamic flow. So here in Wiz, we have created two variables. One of them is called branch, where we check if the current URL includes webflow.io, then we will be setting that up to be staging, otherwise it will be empty. And the same with data source, something similar. If includes, if the URL includes webflow.io, we will be setting it up to test, otherwise it will be empty. And now we are using that as a header on every single request that we do from here. Even if it's something created, a fetch request directly, written with JavaScript, like for example here, if I type something, with JavaScript, like make sure that we add those headers to that request, so those are dynamic as well. Once that's done, how do we set it up in Xano, or how do we do updates in Xano? So first of all, in Xano, what we want to do is, if you don't have a test environment for a database for test, you need to go here to manage databases, add a new source, keep the name as test, add a different color from the production one so you can recognize whenever it's production or live or test, sorry. And then once that's done, we can also go here in the branch of our APIs. So this pretty much will be for cloning, not the tables, but now the APIs. So now we always once we have a live application that is already in production, we don't ever want to do updates directly to the production API endpoints. We always want to do the updates to an staging group of API endpoints. So click here in branch, add a new branch here. Let's just call it here staging. Select the source of your branch. Always select the name of your branch. Select the color as well. Change it to a one that is different from production. Create that staging. Fantastic. So now we have the staging API endpoints and we have the test database. So how do we do updates? For example, right now, if I refresh this, we are not seeing anything because we don't have anything on our table. Let me just go here to users. As you can see, it's empty because we have just cloned, that database from the live one, just the structure. Now let's just move one item. Right, I didn't need to leave. And let's just paste it right here. So we have migrated one item. And now, if I refresh this, I will see one update. One item. Now, let's say if we want to add a plus here, to the phone at the beginning of it, to each phone number from this list. So what we want to do here is always work from a staging environment and always as well use the test database here whenever we are working. Let's go to APIs. Let's go here to the API endpoint that is giving us that data. This is the one, user.list. And let's push the update here. So let's update this variable from users. Let's add a filter here called map to edit one of the records. Let's just do return this, so we split the object. And let's update the field that I don't remember the name of the field for the phone. It's called phone. Okay. Let's just do this super quick phone to the let's just do plus and finally this dot phone. So this should update each phone number to have a plus at the beginning of each. Let's just test it first here. Fantastic, it worked. Now let's just publish here in the staging branches. So now that we have published, we can test it directly from Wiz under the staging environment. So we see it as well here. So fantastic. So it has worked. Our update has worked. So now let's also do an update here in Webflow, right? So let's say, I don't know, we want, let's make the background here to be, I don't know, slightly something that still, yeah, this color, right? So now, once you have, tested everything under the staging one, so let me just publish here. So you can see, how you should do an update completely, So, this is working. So none of these updates have been sent yet to production. So now that we have it ready, we can do this super quick. So first of all, I will update Xano first. So now you can go here into your staging branch. Click here and merge branches. This is super important. You don't need to create more branches. You just need to merge branches. Clicking the source, like which one is the updated one. So we will click on staging because this is the one that we will always be updating. Select, that branch that we will be, replacing pretty much or overriding. So this will be the production one. Make sure that you have the toggle to create a backup always. So you can always restore the backup if you need to. We will see here the updates that we're doing, the changes that we have done. As you can see, we added this new action right here. So let's just publish. Now we have pushed the updates to the production branch. So that's awesome. And now we just, if we have made an update here in Wiz, we haven't, because we don't need pretty much to publish here, but it's just a good practice to now, you will be selecting here your custom domain and publishing that. Also well in Webflow, in Webflow, you should be doing the same. You should be publishing here to the select the production domain, publish that. And in Xano, this has already been published, so you don't need to do anything. So that's pretty much it. That's how you handle it. I hope this tutorial was useful, and I hope you like it.